Hi guys, let's discuss today's questions. Here's the first one. This relates to a new small finance bank. In the previous session, we had discussed scheduled banks and considering that there has been a development that's led to the setting up of a new SFB, a small finance bank. In this session, we'll focus on small finance banks. Okay, we'll spend the first few minutes on what are FSBs, what are capital requirements, what are the other nuances, other details that you should be familiar with. So here is the first the question. The Reserve Bank of India has recently granted a banking license to the Unity Small Finance Bank. So the new one, it would be called Unity Small Finance Bank. It's been set up by Centrum Financial Services Limited and Bharat Pay. Now I want you to write about both of these. So write Centrum Financial Services dash chairperson. You could write chairman dash Jaspal Bindra. Let me see if I can continue to write here, because I again download the software. Yeah, Jaspal Bindra, it's working. The chairman is Jaspal Bindra. Bharat Pay, the CEO and co-founder is Ashnir Grover. Okay? Now you could write, while you have written the names of the CEO and chairperson of the second and first choices respectively, I want you to write more. Please write this. Unity Small Finance Bank will take over Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank, PMC Bank it was called. Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank. Okay. Now, those of you who are not greatly familiar with the scam of the PMC, I'll tell you, a couple of years back, this bank went into moratorium for one particular reason. There wasn't enough money in the bank because most of the money it had lent had got stuck with one particular borrower. So before that, this bank was started in 1984. PMCB was started in 1984. It was a Mumbai headquartered bank, and it had about 137 branches. It's not a small bank kind of thing, my friends. Okay, 137 branches. Now, this bank had given loans of 8,300 crores. I want to write the number so that you are familiar. It had lent 8,300 crore. Now, usually, RBI norms and all, they say that you not more than substantial portion, maybe 10%, not beyond 10-15% of the total loan amount could be given to one particular borrower. But what PMCB did was something unique and entirely fraudulent. Out of 8,300 crore, it lent 73% to just one borrower. Can you believe this? So just one borrower, this comes to about 6226. I remember the number because it's a palindromic number. 6226. Yeah. 6226 crore to one borrower. What the name of the borrower was? HDIL. So this is Housing Development and Infrastructure Limited. To repeat, PMCB had lent a total of 8,300 crores. Of this, about 73% was lent to just one borrower named HDIL, Housing Development and Infrastructure Limited, promoted by the Vadhavan family. Now these guys are all in jail. The father and son plus other members are in jail. In fact, J. Thomas Joy Thomas. Joy Thomas, who's the MD of PMCB, he is also in jail. Okay, because under him, all this money was lent. So this PMCB is going to be taken over by Unity Small Finance Bank. Got it? So that's the story. So let's now write about small finance banks. I like to build a tempo. Okay, this is what these are, and now slowly let's get on to the other more important thing, the entire picture of small finance banks. Please write small finance banks. Underline that first point. Registered under Companies Act, comma 2013 2013 Companies Act, comma 2013, full stop. Next, objectives. Why did the RBI come up with this idea of small finance banks? Objectives or aims, simple word. Okay, objectives or aims. There are two major ones. One, right, provision of savings vehicles. That's a very good one. Vehicles means methods. Okay, in this case, methods, mediums, savings mediums, primarily to or mainly to. I will give you some other words also. See, instead of saying primarily, you can say mainly. Okay, instead of writing objectives, you could write aims. I love the English language. I like to make my students think like, instead of this difficult word, can I use a simpler word, or not simple word, simpler word. This is also simple, but a simpler word. So one, provision of savings vehicles or facilities mainly to unserved, those who have had no access to banking facilities, and underserved, pretty few facilities have gone to them. Unserved and underserved sections of people, sections of population. That's one. So instead of saving at home, why don't you save it in the bank? You earn money for that. Money earns money, and plus it's safer. Yeah. Number two, supply of credit, loans, in brackets, loans, mainly to small business units, comma, MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises. You could write MSMEs, marginal and small farmers, and others, and other unorganized sector entities, other unorganized sector entities. So all those in the unorganized sector. See, employment in India is about, you should know that 94% of employment is in the unorganized sector in India. Yeah. Organized sector would include government sector, private sector and business activities basically. But generally government employment and private sector employment, like I work for private company time, so we are in the organized sector. But a majority, a substantially large number, that is 94% of the total labor force is engaged in unorganized activity. So leave one line space, right? Capital requirements, subheading capital requirements. Capital requirements, underline that, first point. Minimum paid up capital, minimum paid up capital, rupees 200 crore, rupees 200 crore, full stop. Second point, however, the minimum paid up capital, the minimum paid up capital is 100 crore rupees, is rupees 100 crore, is rupees 100 crore, is rupees 100 crore if an urban cooperative bank, is converted into an SFB, okay. Next, subheading promoters contribution, underline that, first point. Promoters shall hold a minimum of 40% of the paid up capital full stop. This will be locked in for at least 5 years, or for a period of 5 years, from the date of commencement of the SFB, Small Finance Bank, commencement of business of the SFB, SFB, Small Finance Bank. Next point, second point. If the shareholding of promoters, shareholders of promoters is more than 40%, comma, it should be brought down to below 40%. It should be brought down to 40% within 5 years, comma, 30% within 10 years, and 15% within 15 years. Let me repeat. If the promoters capital or the shareholding of the promoters is above 40%, it should be brought down to 40% within the first 5 years, to 30% in 10 years, and 15% in 15 years. Got it? So it can't be more than, effectively it can't be more than 15% by the end of 15 years. Next point. Listing is mandatory listing on the stock exchange, is mandatory, mandatory, mandatory within 3 years, after the net worth is net worth of small finance bank, okay, net worth reaches 500 crores, reaches 500 crore. So listing is mandatory within 3 years after the net worth of the bank reaches 500 crores. So accumulated assets are more than liabilities. Next subheading, last one, this is very important. Prudential norms, prudential, P-R-U-D-E-N-T-I-A-L, prudential norms, N-O-R-M-S, norms, prudential norms. Underline that, means being careful with money. Okay, the RBI says you should be careful with the people's money because it's depositors' hard-earned money, isn't it? So prudential norms, underline that, first one. All rules applicable to commercial banks, all rules applicable to commercial banks, including cash reserve ratio, all rules applicable to commercial banks including cash reserve ratio will be applicable to small finance banks, full stop. Next, 75% of all lending shall be made to sectors under priority sector lending, PSL. Okay, priority sector lending. So education, small farmers, MSMEs, export oriented stuff. So all these things come into PSL. Maybe in one of these sessions I'll bring in what's PSL. Okay, yeah, sometime next week I'll bring that. No harm, we can always bring in things that that will help us do well in the exams and the entire selection process. That's what I'm here for. Next, let me clear this. Next, maximum loan size, maximum loan size and investment limit exposure to a single and group borrower, in brackets there is a technical word for it, obliger. Okay, I repeat, maximum loan size and limit investment limit exposure to a single and group borrower shall be restricted to what is it, 10 and 15%, 10 and 15% of capital funds, So to any single borrower, it should not exceed 10% if you are an individual. If it's a group within the business entity, there are multiple groups within the one group, there could be multiple business entities, but together to the business entire group, it should not extend, loan amount should not extend 15% of total capital funds. Now in the case of PMC, it went up to 73%, and that is what caused the problem. Now considering that small finance banks are designed to help people at the bottom, or slightly over the about the bottom of the society, its prudential norms are slightly different than they would be for commercial banks. Please write one more thing. To make sure, next point, to make sure that loans are made or extended to small borrowers, borrower spelling is there, borrowers, comma, at least 50% of the loan portfolio, 50% of the loan portfolio, 50% of the loan portfolio should constitute loans of up to rupees 25 lakh, on an ongoing basis. 50% of loan should be, the loan amount cannot exceed 50, in 50% of the loans they make, the loan amount cannot exceed 25 lakh rupees. So technically you would have only small borrowers. Big industrialists or people who are crooks like HDIL and all, they wouldn't be able to borrow. So there are good norms in place so that there is no repeat of a PMC kind of thing. Last one. And a small finance bank, an SFB, cannot lend to promoters, comma, major shareholders. Who are major shareholders? In brackets, holding more than 10% of paid up capital. 10% of paid up capital, holding more than 10% of paid up capital, comma, relatives of promoters, and entities in which they have significant major control, or influence. To repeat, cannot lend to promoters, major shareholders, and we mentioned in brackets that these are guys who have more than 10% of paid up capital. Then we said relatives of promoters and entities in which these, they may have significant control or influence. So that's all you should know about small finance banks. Okay, guys. There are a lot of SFBs in India. So we got, by putting up, business, branches in small towns, in sections of, in those places where a large number of people do not have not had access to banking facilities, the RBI intends to bring people into the savings net, into the credit net. The idea here is this. See, before Jan Dhan Yojana launched by the Prime Minister in August 2014 started, before it started, millions of people in India, crores of people did not have access to banking facilities. Okay. Now, once this particular thing was started, and most of them being zero balance, and accounts. You know what happened? As of today, there are 28 crore, more than 28 crore accounts under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. These 28 crore accounts have a collective deposits of about 1 lakh crore rupees. Think about it. This 1 lakh crore rupees was earlier put at home or in some chit fund kind of thing, other investments. But now, to keep it safe, people are putting that money in banks. This 1 lakh crore is additional credit supply. Earlier, this was not a part of the banking system. Think about this. This is the money that has come in. Earlier, people were saving this at home or through some other thing. But now, things are changing, which is good. Yeah? Chalo, we discussed this for almost 20 minutes, my friends. Let's go past this. 20-25 minutes we discussed. India has slipped to the dash position among 116 countries in the global hunger index. Well, this index has been a butt of criticism. In fact, it is facing a lot of criticism from the government of India, and of course, not just from the government of India, but a lot of other organizations as well, a lot of other countries as well. Because see, they ranked 116 countries and they ranked India 101. Yes, there is desperation in India, there is hunger in India, no doubt about it, there is poverty. But to put it in that league, especially when they are ignorant of the facts, they're ignorant of a lot of things that the government is doing, reflects some kind of bias. And I told in the past that I normally don't trust these indexes. I am a teacher, I have no personal view, but they have their own agenda. They have their own agenda. Okay. So, see, I'll tell you how it is. Democracy, when the economist comes up the democracy index or freedom index and thing, so they say whenever they talk of the current government led by the BJP, central government led by the BJP, they always say Hindu nationalist government. Hindu nationalist. See, traditionally, conservatives in Britain, the Conservative Party, they have been very conservative. Conservative means traditional, orthodox. Okay? So, but they never are, they never talk about, negative things about being conservative. When a political leader in India goes to a temple, they say, this guy went to temple, this is, this is not secular and all. But when Joseph Biden, the president of the United States, took the oath of office, he took the oath of office on the Bible. And nobody talked anything. Nobody said this is wrong. See, you need to be very careful. I'm not a nationalist or anything. I am not a political guy. But we should always take these indexes, rankings, reports with a pinch of salt. Whether it's pro-India or anti-India hardly matters. What I'm saying is, they have their own agenda. We need to be careful. We need to be pretty careful about this. So, 101 is the rank, and there is no rank 1 because they have about 18 countries in the same rank, same position. Belarus and all these countries. Now keep that out. I want you to write about what did they measure in the global hunger index. There are 4 measures they use to rank countries, and importantly, these 4 measures will help you understand a few terms that people, this NGO chaps keep throwing like this. But we need to understand. We are students of learning. Our job is to learn. Yeah. So I have gone through the entire index. Okay. So I'm going to use the terms they have used and define them. Okay. Please write. Global Hunger Index. Global Hunger Index. Underline that. 4 parameters or countries ranked on 4 parameters. 4 parameters. Underline that. First one. Hunger. 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 Underline that. How do they define hunger? Right. Distress. I'll write it here. Distress associated with distress associated with a lack of sufficient calories, distress associated with a lack of sufficient calories, Now, see, different people in the world require different amounts of calorie intake. In India, we have had significantly lower intake because of the social structure and, of course, the economic structure. So, next, second point after hunger, child wasting. So, what is child wasting? Please write this. Share of children below 5 years who are wasted. There is a technical term, who are wasted. You could write meaning right now, meaning who have low weight, WEIGHT, low weight for their height, low weight for their height, comma, reflecting acute undernutrition, leave one line space, write the third parameter, child stunting. There is a term called stunting. So what is stunting now? Right, third one, child stunting. Next, what is it? Share of children below 5 years who are stunted, 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 dash. So stunted means who have lower height for their age, so height is associated with age. Okay, for their age, comma, reflecting chronic malnutrition. I'll write the words here. Chronic malnutrition. Okay. Yeah. Full stop. Last parameter, fourth one. Child mortality. I'll clear. Okay, let me write here now, so that you can see everything on the screen. Child mortality dash share of mortality rate of children. Mortality means death. Mortality age of children below 5 years, dash reflecting a fatal mix, fatal means dangerous, a dangerous mix of inadequate nutrition and unhealthy unhealthy environment. Unhealthy environment. Unhealthy environment. Okay. So these are the four parameters which are used to rank countries on the global hunger index. So guys, hunger, child wasting, child stunting, child mortality. Okay. So all four have come. The good notes. Who is the first ever Indian to win the Children's Peace Image of the Year Global Peace Award 2021? Adya Arvind. No, she's not here in this picture. Okay. She took this photograph in. She's a 7-year-old girl. She took this photograph in color. She then sliced it and cropping it's called, and then turned it into color, black and white image to reflect certain amount of peace. And she says, and these are her words, that irrespective of the country borders, Mother Nature is the same for everything, everyone, and it offers the same things to all of us. You know, we all, that's how bountiful Mother Nature is. So I barely have anything else to say about this. Okay. At the age of 90, who became the world's oldest astronaut to have flown to space in the Blue Origin rocket ship? Blue Origin is a company, space travel company owned by Jeff Bezos, founder chairman of Amazon.com. So this is William Shatner. This is him playing the role of Captain Kirk, K-I-R-K, Captain James Kirk in the Star Trek series. Star Trek used to be there in our childhood. It was to be there on Doordarshan. I remember we used to go to, when I was 3, 4 years old, we used to go to our neighbor's home. Then we had our TV, and then the entire neighborhood used to be at our home. Because there were very few TVs in those days. Either you went there somewhere or they came home, kind of thing. You were home if you had one. So people used to assemble on Sundays and they used to watch, Star Trek. There are a lot of series, Rajni and all that stuff. So one of eternal favorite was Star Trek, where people would go into space. They were space travelers. And William Shatner became world famous because of this role of James Kirk, K-I-R-K. That is the highest. He was the captain of the, starship. Okay. So he went into space at the age of 90. At the age of 90. And you could write this. NS18. NS18. I'll give you some notes on this. NS18. It stands for New Shepard. That's the name of the space shuttle. New Shepard. NS stands for New Shepard. New Shepard. A Blue Origin space shuttle. Blue Origin space shuttle. Okay. Next. Who were the 4 guys who went into space? You could write this. 1. William Shatner. William Shatner dash oldest person to go into space. Oldest astronaut or oldest person to go into space. Dash broke Valley Funk. Valley Funk record or Valley Funk's record. You can write like that also. Valley Funk was 82 years old. She was there. 2 months back she created record. Okay, yeah. And this guy at the age of 90 went there. Only in serials he went into space. Now he went up really. Yeah. So 1, William Shatner. 2, okay, you can bracket. See, William Shatner was born in Canada, but he's an American citizen. Okay. So you could write Canada, America. to Audrey Powers. Audrey Powers, US. Glenn DeVries, US, both US. Yeah, Australian fellow, yeah. Chris, boy, the slightly tough name for to remember. This is the right spelling. Boishugen, Chris Boishugen. This is C. Australia. In some places you may not find a C, which is okay. Don't worry too much about it. Okay. I found both spellings like Boshuizen, and I found Boschuizen. All four of them went to space. All these are the great actors. Clint Eastwood, one of my all-time favorite actors. If you've not watched this, then you should start with a film called The Dollar Trilogy. There are 3 films in this, all Western films, cowboys and all that. It's called Dollar Trilogy. There are 3 films in this, but the best film in this is The Good, the Bad, Ugly. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Ugly. There is a ringtone. There is a music here which became very famous Nokia ringtone. Okay. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Terrific film. You thoroughly enjoyed. मॉर्गन फ्रीमैन इनकी एक फिल्म देखिए आप सभी, शॉशैंक रिडेम्पशन. टेरिफिक फिल्म, शॉशैंक रिडेम्पशन. Mel Gibson, he won an Oscar for directing and acting in Braveheart. You can watch all these films with your grandmother. I mean, there is no obscenity. Braveheart. Woody Allen is a controversial character. I'm not going to name any film, but pretty controversial character, my friends. Very good films, very good actor, but it is believed that, of course, his wife divorced him after she found nude pictures of her daughter from a previous marriage, and eventually Woody Allen married that daughter, divorced the lady, and he married the daughter from the woman's from his ex-wife's first marriage. Crazy world. The State Higher Education Council of which state has entered into an MOU with NASSCOM to provide industry-suited skill training to the youth? Well, answer is Karnataka. But I can tell you what is NASSCOM. There is hardly anything else to discuss here. National Association, you please write this, National Association of Software, National Association of Software and Service Companies, Service Companies. Dash President Debjani Ghosh. She had been there for a long time now. Debjani Ghosh. Okay? Yeah. NASSCOM President Debjani Ghosh. Which institution has recently launched India's first One Health consortium that envisages carrying out surveillance of important bacterial, viral, and parasitic infections of zoonotic and transboundary pathogens? Big thing, nah? Department of Biotechnology has done this. Government of India's Biotechnology, Department of Biotechnology. But I'll tell you where are these. There's not much to discuss. Who are the heads of this? National Institute of Biologicals is a New Delhi based organization. Its director is Dr. Anup Anvikar. Sorry. Hey. I think it's been some time since I started, using this restarted using this tablet. So, Dr. Anup Anvikar. I'm so sorry for the previous one. Anup Anvikar is the director of National Institute of Biologicals. Next, second one, National Health Systems Resource Center, Vikas Sheel. Vikas Sheel. Director is Vikas Sheel. AIIMS Randeep Guleria. Randeep Guleria. He recently won the Lal Bahadur Shastri Award for Excellence. Okay. National Institute of Virology in Pune has Dr. Priya Abraham as a director. Dr. Priya Abraham. Okay, next. Who has been posthumously selected for the WHO World Health Organization's Director General's Award? Henrietta Lacks, Black American woman. I will not go deeper into this. This is not a session, that is not a question that you will be thoroughly interested in. Trust me. She was this black woman who was diagnosed with some kind of tumor, and without her knowledge, despite treatment, she died at the age of 31. But while she was alive, her tumor was taken. A section of her tumor was taken without her consent, and then used, to generate stem cells for about 75,000 projects. Do you believe that? Yeah, and all without her consent. But it is. With the help of all that, newer treatments, better understanding of diseases came about. So in hindsight, they have now honored her. Henrietta Lacks, Black American woman she was. Why don't you write this? World Health Organization, established 7th April 1948. 7th April 1948. You could write 7th April. This is the reason why it's celebrated as World Health Day. This day is celebrated as World Health Day because on this day in 1948 the World Health Organization was set up. Okay, next. Head office Geneva, Switzerland. Next, its Director General is DG is Dr. Tedros Adhanom of Ethiopia. Okay. Yeah, you could also write Chief Scientist. Chief Scientist Dr. Soumya Swaminathan. Soumya Swaminathan. Indian name, so you would anyway be able to write Dr. Soumya Swaminathan. Next one. CEO of WHO Foundation. Anil Soni. Chalo. The Zurich-based Museum Riedberg recently established a unique research center and fellow program with a focus on Indian art. Zurich is in Switzerland. It's in Switzerland. There's hardly anything else to discuss. I looked up let me give you something about airports. But then I realized that Zurich Airport is called Zurich Airport. There is no particular name to it. It's the biggest airport in Switzerland. But anyway, it has no capital. Switzerland has no capital. Though, by fact, this city is taken to the capital. It's what is called the de facto capital, not de jure. De jure means by law, there is no capital. By fact, yes, the government sits in the city of Bern. That's the capital. Taken to be the capital, informal capital. The president here is for 2021, Guy Parmelin. You could write for 2021. Yeah. They have a 7-member federal council. 7 members take turns to become president of the country on an annual basis. Okay, so for 2021 it's Guy Parmelin. For 2020 it was Simonetta Sommaruga. That's enough. Yeah, this is enough. Switzerland's currency is franc. F-R-A-N-C, franc. You know, in the previous session we discussed Norway. So in any case we will discuss now Romania. Romania is the capital is Bucharest. The capital is Bucharest. The president is Klaus Iohannis. That's the president. First is capital, as is traditionally we write country, capital, currency, leader, currency. So then currency is Leu. L-E-U, Leu. Okay. Greece. The capital is Athens. Next. The prime minister is Kyriakos Mitsotakis. Kyriakos Mitsotakis. Currency is euro. Okay. Should be enough, yeah. Norway, Sweden, we regularly take these notes. In the previous session also we had taken some notes. Next. Which international lending institution announced its ambition to deliver climate financing to its developing member countries to about $100 billion in the period between 2019 and 2030? Asian Development Bank. I think we discussed this in the previous session, but anyway, chalo, repeat some sessions, some things we can repeat. Established 1966. Head office Manila. As you know, this is the capital of Philippines. Its president is a guy called Masatsugu Asakawa. of Japan. Masatsugu Asakawa of Japan. Anything else that we should be learning? IMF we learned in the previous session. Maybe AIIB. This had established in 2014-15, so you can write 15. Actually started functioning from 2016, but that's a good date, 2015. Head office, where is head office? Beijing. And its director general is Jin Liqun of China. Jin Liqun of China. Okay, chalo. The other things we discussed in the previous session, World Bank, IMF and all. The RBI has recently approved the appointment of Pradeep Kumar Panja as chairman of Karnataka Bank. He is going to be the chairman, but the CEO of Karnataka Bank is Mahabaleshwar MS. MS. I did not understand why they would write M.S. in the end. Initially, initials and all should come in the beginning, but I'm not very sure actually. So I'm just writing the way I found it on the bank's website. Mahabaleshwar MS. Okay? He is the CEO of Karnataka Bank. The guy, Pradeep Kumar Panja, is going to be the chairman. Kotak Mahindra, Uday Kotak. CEO, Uday Kotak. Axis Bank, Amitabh Chaudhary. Amitabh Chaudhary. Dinesh Khara, SBI, India's largest bank. IndusInd, you could write Sumant Katpalia. Sumant Katpalia. Okay. Sumant Katpalia. Who has replaced Raj Kiran Rai as head of the Indian Banks Association? This guy is the chairman. Okay. Atul Kumar Goel of UCO Bank. You could write CEO of UCO Bank. UCO Bank. CEO of UCO Bank. A.S. Rajiv, Bank of Maharashtra. Bank of Maharashtra. Bank of Maharashtra. Atanu Kumar Das, if I am not wrong, is Union Bank. Union Bank of India. Union Bank of India chairman. I guess, yeah. We know Dinesh Khara, SBI. A while ago we mentioned Axis Bank. Okay. India was recently re-elected to the UNHRC. It's based in Geneva, Switzerland. In last session we discussed Najat Shamim, Fiji, UNHRC. Yes or no? We discussed all that stuff, so it's just a revision kind of question. So India has been now re-elected to this body, and to recapture UNHRC president is okay, Najat Shamim. Najat Shamim of Fiji, the island of Fiji. Do you know what organizations can you put in this in places? You would know New York United Nations organization, so we'll not discuss. Vienna, yes. In the previous session, I had just mentioned in the passing, but now you could write in detail. Vienna, Austria is home to the International Atomic Energy Agency. International Atomic Energy Agency. International Atomic Energy Agency. Okay. Dash, a UN specialized body. UN specialized agency. UN specialized agency. UN specialized agency. Next. Director General, Secretary General, I think, whatever. Yeah, his name is Filippo Grandi. Filippo Grandi. He is from Italy. Italy or Italy. Okay. Yeah. So, Filippo Grandi. Look at Rome. Rome is home. Wow, nice. Rome is home to FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization. Food and Agricultural Organization. Headed by, this is also UN specialized agency, okay? Headed by, no, I think I made an error. FAO, let me write here, is headed by Ku Dongyu. Ku Dongyu. Ku Dongyu. Ku Dongyu is from China. What would you find in Frankfurt? Plenty of good stuff, but here we are adding organizations, so we'll go with the European Central Bank. European Central Bank. European Central Bank. Its president is Christine Lagarde. Christine Lagarde. Christine Lagarde. Okay. The Indian team suffered a 1-3 defeat to Denmark in the quarterfinals to bow out of the Thomas Cup 2021. Is associated with badminton. The Thomas Cup was meant to be played last year. Because of the COVID thing, it got postponed to this year. Now I want you to write this Thomas Cup. Right, Thomas Cup. Underline that first one. Also called World Men's Badminton Team Championship. World Men's Badminton Team Championship. Team, not individual, team championship. Next. Most titles. Indonesia. In brackets 14. It has won the title on 14 occasions. Next, 2021-20. You could write this. 2020 or 21 venue 1. You could write event. उसके नीचे venue Denmark. 2. Winner Indonesia. 3. Runner-up China. Okay, China. That is men's team event. See, there are only 5 countries that have won the Thomas Cups ever since it started. Now the thing is, the 5 countries would be China, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia. 4 Asian countries and 1 non-Asian country, Denmark. Yes, Denmark is a badminton superpower. So is India. Okay. Then let's go past this and let's look at the women's. This is men's. So women's, you write Uber Cup. World, also called World Women's Badminton Team Championship. Women's Badminton Team Championship. World Women's Badminton Team Championship. Most titles. China. 15. Right? 15 titles. 2021 event. 1. Venue Denmark. 2. Winner China. 3. Runner-up Japan. Okay. Good one. Chalo. Japan's new Prime Minister Fumio Kishida recently dissolved the lower house of the parliament, thus paving the way for elections on 31st October. Diet, you could call it. So I'm going to tell you a little about some legislatures. Like Indian legislature, parliament is called, the central legislature is called parliament, which has 2 houses. You could write this. Okay. Main title, legislatures. National legislatures, country, lower house, upper house. India. You could write name of the parliament also in between. Name of the parliament. India, it's called parliament. And name of the legislature. Lower house is called Lok Sabha, LS, Lok Sabha. Upper house is called Rajya Sabha. Now I'll write. Now we'll start with Japan. Japan. The parliament is called Diet. Actually, technically, it's called Diet. You'll be surprised to know the entire parliament is called Diet, contrary to what we think it is. What we say, the lower house only. Okay. The parliament is called Diet. Lower house has a separate name. What is it? Shogun. I think, yeah, it's here. Shogun. Okay. Shugin or Shogun. Shugin. In brackets you write House of Reps. House of Representatives. House of Representatives. House of Representatives. Next. Upper house is called Sangin. Upper house is called Sangin. House of Councillors. Councillors. House of Councillors. So this is a Japanese parliament. Okay. But newspapers write differently. The newspapers say that Diet is the lower house. Actually, technically, the entire parliament is called Diet. Okay. Third one. The same pattern we will write. Okay. I'll write now here. US Congress, the name of the legislature, parliament. Lower house is called House of Representatives. House of Representatives, HR. And the upper house is called Senate. Upper house is called Senate. Senate has 100 seats. Next, Bundestag. Germany. Technically, there is no name for the German parliament. And I'm not kidding. Okay. Dash Bundestag. You see this here? This is the lower house. This is the lower house. And the upper house is called Bundesrat. That is stag. This is rat. Yeah, easy to remember. Stag is an animal. Rat is also an animal, of course. Stag is a deer kind of thing. House of Commons. I am writing here. UK Parliament, House of Commons, House of Lords. So UK legislature name, lower house, upper house. Russia. The last one, Russia. Okay. The parliament is called Federal Assembly. Yes, pretty much. Federal Assembly. Yeah. Federal Assembly. Yeah. Lower house is called Duma. Lower house is called Duma. And the upper house is called Federation Council. Russia's parliament is called Federal Assembly, lower house is called Duma, and the upper house is called Federation Council. Okay? Yeah. So, in whose honor is the World Students' Day celebrated on 15th October every year? The birthday of Shri Abdul Kalam, one of India's greatest sons, Dr. Abul Pakir Jainul Abidin Abdul Kalam. He was the president of India. He is nicknamed the Missile Man of India. Missile Man of India. He received the Bharat Ratna in 1997. 1997, he received the Bharat Ratna, and he died in 2015 while he was giving a talk at IIM Shillong. He collapsed at the age of 83. He passed away. I can tell you, one of India's most loved scientists. It's very difficult for people to know about scientists, know a scientist, forget about loving him. Yeah. But he was such an endearing guy. I mean, awesome he was. So Bharat Ratna, 1997. He was born on the 15th of October 1931 and he passed away on 27th July 2015. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, India's first vice president and second president. His birthday is celebrated as Teachers' Day. September 5th, Teachers' Day. September 5th, Teachers' Day. First Vice President of India. First President of India. First President of India. Which company topped Indian corporates in the world's best employers rankings 2021, Forbes, published by Forbes magazine? Reliance Industries. Now, in this particular rankings, you could write this. World's best employers rankings 2021 dash by Forbes. We'll write first global top 5. Global top 5. Same order, in the order in which they appear. Dash Samsung Electronics. You know what's the right pronunciation? Samsung. But I think if we say Samsung, people would laugh at us. It's okay for people to laugh, but Samsung is okay. Samsung Electronics, comma, what is it? IBM, International Business Machines. Next, Microsoft. Next, Amazon. 4th place, Amazon. 5th place, Apple. Not Apple. Top 5 in the world. India's top 5. See, there are 10 companies in the top 500, but let's look at Reliance Industries rank. Highest ranked 52. World rank 52. India ranked 1, world rank. We'll write just world ranks. Okay. ICICI Bank, second highest. What is it? 65. I don't know what parameters they use, but they love. HDFC Bank 77. 13, 12. And this is HCL Technologies 90. That's how I remember it. You have a 13 difference here. This is 12 difference, again 13 difference. Okay. TCS is a long difference, very big difference. 119. Okay. Yeah. Chennai Super Kings defeated Kolkata Knight Riders by 27 runs to win the IPL 2021 title in Dubai. This was their fourth title. And you just write a couple of things. IPL 2021. Purple cap dash most wickets. Won by Harshal Mehta. Harshal Patel. He took 32 wickets in 15 matches. 15 matches. Yeah. 32 wickets in 15 matches. Who did he play for? Array, I didn't mention it. RCB. Royal Challengers Bangalore. RCB. Next. Orange cap. See, wherever possible, I will give you extra information. Now, this is not related to this. I mean, related, but directly not there. Orange cap. What is it? Most runs. Most runs. Ruturaj Kumar. Ruturaj Kumar. Ruturaj Kumar Gaikwad. I think that's the full name, something. Yeah, Gaikwad. Yes. Ruturaj Gaikwad, you can write. Ruturaj Gaikwad. I think we'll just write the official name. Ruturaj Gaikwad. He belongs to CSK. And he scored 635 runs in 16 matches. 16 matches. 16 matches. Chalo. Which country hosted the first ever Shanghai Cooperation Organization seminar on the role of women in the armed forces on October 14th? India. India. You write this. SCO. Okay. Established 2001. Head office Shanghai, China. Next. Secretary General Vladimir Norov of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan. If you, I'll just get right. Members, 9 members. 9 members. One, India. 2, China. 3, Pakistan. 4, Russia. 5, Kazakhstan. 6. So from everywhere there will be Stan now. So I'll just write the first name, okay? Kyrgyz. Kyrgyzstan. You write Stan. Okay? Kyrgyzstan. 7, Tajikistan. 8 here. Uzbekistan. This is where Norov comes from. Uzbekistan. When a word in the Slavic Central Asian bhashas like Russian, Uzbek and all these bhashas, when a word ends in V, it's pronounced with an F. So Norov. Okay, Uzbekistan. 9 is the latest member, Iran. You could write latest member, newest member, Iran. Good stuff. Chalo. Good, not that I gave, good that you know. Okay. Which company has been ranked number 1 on the world's best employers rankings? Oh, this is world also, no? Samsung. And we mentioned Samsung is number 1, number 2 is IBM, number 3 is Microsoft, number 4 is Amazon, number 5 is Apple. Yes, you could look up your books. Next. TriFed and Niti Aayog have entered into a partnership with to implement the Van Dhan Vikas Kendra initiative under Van Dhan Yojana. Okay. TriFed stands for Tribal Cooperative Markets there. I just wanted to write one thing. Union Minister of Tribal Affairs. Union Minister of Tribal Affairs. Dash. Arjun Munda. Arjun Munda. Arjun. Okay. To which organization has India, South Africa, and 60 other countries submitted a revised proposal for temporary waiving IPR protection under the COVID vaccines and on COVID vaccines and drugs? We see the WTO enforces intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights are creations of the mind. Anything that is a creation of the mind is an IPR. Okay. For example, this glass is IPR of time. The logo there is a creation of time. Okay. So trademarks, patents, copyrights, geographical indications, these are all IPRs. Now you need to appreciate one thing here, that this request that India and other countries have made is to the WTO, because it formulates laws concerning who can use patented stuff or not. So we have asked waiver of, see, these are expensive drugs, Pfizer and all, we can't afford, why don't you let us make them in India and make them in South Africa, those things. America has opposed this. It's an entirely different discussion. Some other time we'll discuss. World Trade Organization, Geneva, Switzerland, that is where it's headquartered. Its President, Director General is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala of Nigeria, first woman to head WTO. Okay, yeah. We have one choice that we can write about. WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. You could write this. World Intellectual Property Organization. World Intellectual Property Organization. Okay. Underline that. Right. 1967. I think that is when it is established. Yeah, 1967. I think I'm right. You could double check, but I'm right. 1967. UN Specialized Agency. UN Specialized Agency. Head office, Geneva. All of them are in Geneva. And its CEO is Darren Tang, or Director General is Darren Tang. No, not China. China desperately tried for this position, but it lost to Singapore. Okay, yeah. Who is the author of the book India and Asian Geopolitics, the Past, Present? Shiv Shankar Menon. Shiv Shankar Menon was this National Security Advisor of India, and before that he was the Foreign Secretary of India. He was the Foreign Secretary of India between 2006 and 2009. FS 2006 to 2009, and what is that? NSA, National Security Advisor. I think till the UPA government lasted. He retired this year and 2014 to 2010 to 2014. Sanjeev Sanyal is a Principal Economic Advisor in the Ministry of Finance. He is a terrific writer, especially of geography and history. He fuses both, and terrific stuff he is. You look up his YouTube talks on history, geography. Oh man, he talks great stuff about Indian history. How there is India beyond Delhi. That's the stuff he talks about. If you want to read one of his books, I would suggest every Indian, in fact I believe that everyone should read this book, and it is titled Land of the Seven Rivers. Land of the Seven Rivers Subcontinent. Please read this. It's a masterpiece. Seven rivers. What are the seven rivers? On the cover you will find the seven rivers. Yeah. Ajit Doval is the National Security Advisor of India. National Security Advisor. S. Jaishankar, Subramaniam Jaishankar is the Foreign Minister of India. Foreign Minister of India. IFSC is 11-digit alphanumeric code whose fifth character is reserved for future use. reserved for future use. You could write this. Indian, the full form of IFSC, Indian Financial System Code. Indian Financial System Code. Indian Financial System Code. Indian Financial System Code. Financial System Code. Right. First four characters. They denote the bank name or bank code. Bank name or code. Short form, that is. Fifth character is 0 dash. So first four. Fifth character is 0. Reserved for future use. So 4 plus 1, 5. We mentioned it's 11-digit code. So there will be last 6. Last 6, you write, third point. Last 6 dash branch code. Okay. So, thanks from Bharat here. Have a lot of fun. Enjoy yourself. Stay curious. Thank you.